once again.
Hello students, today we are going to start our second chapter of Indian economy. In our first chapter we have already studied our Indian economy at the time of independence. Now in this chapter, our second chapter, we will see what was our country's condition at the time of independence. Now in this upcoming chapters we will see from where we started. From where we started means what was our condition after the independence. How our economy got converted into how our economy got converted. Means from 1947 onwards till today, what all work we did, in what way we worked, what policies and plans came, and how our economic condition changed. All this we are going to see in this second chapter. First of all, we will first talk about that after the independence, that is from 1950 till in today's condition. Means in your book, in this chapter, that is from it is divided into two criteria. First criteria is from 1950 to 1990, and another criteria is divided into after 1991, the remaining part. So only in this our book we are going to study from 1950 to 1990 how our economy changed. What we have to study, how our economy changed. So let's start our first topic in this. So our first topic in this chapter is government adopted the technique of progressive economic planning. Now what is this word progressive economic planning? As we know that during the time of independence we were very stagnant. Stagnant means we were zero at the zero means you can say that we were zero in the name of development. So the government which was formed during that time decided to adopt this progressive economic planning. Now progressive economic planning means very speedily our economy should develop. Means what is the point to see in this? Very speedily we have to improve our economic, means what all things are necessary that should be adopted. Means जो सबसे ज़्यादा required है उसको सबसे आगे रख के economic condition की plan करना है. That is all about progressive economic planning. And whatever necessary steps we have to take, during that time the government decided to take the necessary steps. Then in the next is our Indian government during that time, along with the Prime Minister, formed the Planning Commission in 1950 and adopted the 5-year plan. Now what is this Planning Commission? What today we are having Niti Aayog is the same Planning Commission during that time. Now what was the work of this Planning Commission? What they did, they decided to choose a 5-year plan. Means they decided that if we want our economy to develop, we have to adopt this 5-year plan. Now what is this 5-year plan? 5-year plan means, see, for example, our first 5-year plan started on 1st April 1951. Mark this question, it can come in the MCQ question also. So they decided that we should adopt a 5-year plan strategy. Means after after 1990, after 1950, we have to adopt a 5-year plan. 5-year plan means we have to decide what our country will do, what are the economic policies we are going to decide. All that will be decided in the 5-year plan. So this was the work of the Planning Commission. What is today that is known as Niti Aayog. What is that Niti Aayog did? Now see, third is what our Indian government decided to adopt mixed economy. Now what is this mixed economy? See students, in class 11th in microeconomics you have already studied about this economic problem. Now you must be wondering what is this economic problem. Regarding this economic problem, I just want to brush you up that economic problem means in microeconomics we have studied what are the types of economic problem, what are the reasons, and what comes under this mixed economy, capitalist economy, and so on. We won't be discussing in detail about this as we have already studied, but regarding the economic problem, I will be giving you in your notes in the PDF that you have to note down in your copy. So during that time our government chose this mixed economy. Hand in hand. Means not only privatization, not only government sectors will do the work, both the government and private will do their work in together. For example, you can say that not completely government and not completely privatized. Privatization and government will both work hand in hand. Next we are going to see that is the meaning of mixed economy. Next we will see how our economic planning started, from where it started, and what were the main objectives of this economic planning. See, economic planning, if you see what is the meaning of this economic planning, just first understand the standard definition of this economic planning. It means what? It refers to the utilization of country's resources in different development activities in accordance to the national priorities. What is the meaning? It refers to the utilization of country's resources. What is the meaning of utilization of country's resources? Means whatever resources the country is having, first priority should be to utilize the resources in the different development activities. Means whatever resources a country is having, it has to use those resources in all the different development activities for the nation. Means for our national priority. That means for our economy. That is the meaning of this economic planning. Means whatever resources we are having, that should be used in such a way that our main development activities should improve fast, or that should be, means you can say that should be the basic necessity. Means what is the basic necessity in our life should be used accordingly. Now economic planning has got many goals. Our basic goals are, now here we are going to talk about goals and planning. Now in this chapter we have already discussed about some goals and planning. Goals and planning. Our first planning was, as I told you, it was on 1st April 1951. So first 5-year plan already we have studied. Now recently we have completed 12 5-year plans up to 2017. Okay. So here we are going to talk about goals and planning. We have got, or you can say that Planning Commission has decided 2 types of goals. Now what are these 2 types of goals? First goal is long-term goals and short-term goals. Long-term and short-term. See students, pay attention. First understand the basic difference between this long-term and short-term. Long-term goals or long-term objective means what? The goals which have to be taken for a long period of time, say about 20 years. Means it means to say that I want to live a good life. I want to lead a good human life, not for 2 years or for 4 years. I want to lead a very good leading life. That is the meaning of long-term goals. Means a country will decide all its development activities for a longer period, not for a short period. We will explain it, we will understand it further also. Now let us see what is this short-term. Short-term goals means what? The goals or objectives which have to be taken only for a short period. Short period in the sense, say 5-year plan. Suppose we are adopting first 5-year plan from 1950 to 1956. This is our first 5-year plan, or any 5-year plan you take it. In any 5-year plan, whatever objectives the country is deciding to adopt, that comes under the short-term goal. For example, you can say there are many short-term goals because there are many 5-year plans we have already made. So first thing I want to tell you is that our first 5-year plan, when it was started, see our first 5-year plan, it was started in 1951 to 56. What was the main objective? Short-term goal means what are the objectives in that particular goal. So what are the main objectives? First was to increase the agricultural production. In the first 5-year plan, what was the first objective? To increase the agricultural production. Second one was equitable distribution of production of income and wealth. These 2 were the main objectives of the first 5-year plan. Means that comes under short-term plan. Then we had one more plan, second plan. Our second plan came into existence in which year? From 1956 to 1961. Now what were its objectives? To increase plan, our second 5-year plan started in the year 1956 to 1961. What were its objectives? Its objective was there should be an increase in the industrial production. Means the government decided that in the second 5-year plan we should give importance to the industrial production increase. Second was development of heavy industries. These were the objective of second 5-year plan. See students, why I am telling you all the objectives of this short-term plans? Just to make you understand what is the meaning of short-term goals or objectives and what were their main objectives. Accordingly, our seventh plan, it started in the year 1985 to 1990. What was its objectives? Generation of employment opportunity, that was the first objective, and increase in agricultural productivity. After that, we had 11th plan, which started in 2007 to 2012. Okay, so growth and poverty reduction were its main objective. Generation of high quality of good jobs, protection of environment, and improving quality of education and public health services. So all these were the goals or objectives of the short-term 5-year plans which our government started. Now let us see our objectives of 5-year plan. Now let us see our main objectives of 5-year plan. See, this question can come as 3 or 4 mark question in your exam. What are the objectives or what are the main goals of 5-year plan? Objective means what are the generalized generalized growth of 5-year plans. In this objectives of the first 5-year plan, first point we are having over here is economic growth. Now most of you must be knowing it, the meaning economic growth. Economic growth means what? Means there should be an increase in the production or in the increase in the production activity of an economy over a given period of time. In simple words, you understand this. Economic growth means increase in the production of economic activities. Means there should be an increase in the production or increase in the production activity of an economy over a period of time. Second is what? Modernization. Now here modernization has got 2 parts. Just understand what is this 2 parts. First part is imparting new technology. Means we have to start adopt with a new technology, that is modernization, as well as putting necessary changes in the ancient rituals. Means whatever ancient rituals we were having, we had to remove those also. That also comes under modernization. Now here in modernization means what? When we got independence, we were very stagnant. Okay, so we were not knowing what is good or what is bad for our economy. So new technology, when it was introduced, actually modernization started with the new technology. Now the second part in this modernization is, as I told you, putting necessary changes in ancient rituals. Ancient rituals, what were the ancient rituals? All that were to be changed. Third comes is full employment. Now full employment means what? Most of you are very much confused about this full employment. Now full employment does not mean zero unemployment. Just understand this thing. It does not mean zero unemployment. Means a person who is willing and able to work at the market existing wage rate is known as full employment. For example, say that I want to work, but I want to work at a very high salary. That does not mean full employment. So this is the meaning of full employment. Next is equity. Now equity means what? Equitable distribution of income and wealth. Means there should be equal distribution of income and wealth. Means it should not happen that more people should be rich or more people should be poor. There should be an equal distribution of income and wealth in an economy over a given period of time. Last over here is what? Self-reliance. Self-reliance means what? Self-independence also you can say. Means everyone should be self-independent. For that, what our government is doing, means in that what our government did during that time, you can say, is that instead of importing goods and services from foreign countries, it started domestic production. Means it gave importance to the factories which were already in India. Now during that time in India, we did not have Reliance and Tata during that time. There were no existence of all these big industries. We had very small industries. So the government started focusing on self-reliance. Means instead of importing goods from other countries, our local manufacturers were given the importance. So this was all about objectives of 5-year plan. The whole chapter is being covered in the second chapter, and the notes I am going to put you up in the PDF format. So please students, complete this much work in your work. Okay.